Climate change is an environmental phenomenon that's affecting everyone on the planet. While government and other sectors work to mitigate its effects, each one of us is also called to do our part. One way of doing that is to educate people about climate change. Now, there's a global competition out there called Famelab Climate Change Communicators. It's a project by the British Council where they search for communicators around the world who could inspire and connect with audiences to help build trust in climate science. With us now to tell us more about this is Adrian Fenton. He's a senior consultant in public engagement at the British Council. Hello, Adrian. Good morning. So glad you could join us.
Hello, it's great to be here. Thanks.
It's a real pleasure. Please tell us more about Famelab, the Famelab competition.
So Famelab Climate Change Communicators is a new version of Famelab focusing just on climate change. And we want to find the next generation of inspirational speakers. So we're asking inspiring climate change enthusiasts to submit 3-minute video talks, which we will judge as part of this online competition running in around 22 countries. And we'll cut that down to 10 finalists for a September online event that's happening.
Mm-hmm. And it's quite timely, obviously. It's been around for about 15 years, I understand. But this year is special. It happens in the run-up to the 26th UN Climate Change Conference, which will be held in the United Kingdom in November. So very timely, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is all part of the British Council's Climate Connection work, where we're doing lots of strands of work. The British Council being the UK's international organisation for cultural and educational links. So yes, it is timely, and it's a real good opportunity to bridge the boundaries between science, making sure that it's relevant to the public. It's no point in just having the facts explained clearly. It must mean something to people's lives for them to then do something and take on board the things that we need to address.
Right, and it must be engaging in the ways presented. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are very interested to take part. Walk us through the mechanics. Who can join the competition? Who's qualified? What are the requirements? And when is the deadline, I should say, for submission?
People who are researchers, people who are applying science or passionate about climate change, all of those sorts of people can enter, as long as there is this element, a strong strand of based on real science with what their talk is all about. So people can go to our website where you can find out about submitting the videos, but effectively you've just got to film using a camera or your computer. No props, no clever animations. It's all about you doing a talk for 3 minutes. And from those, we'll then be judging them, as I've mentioned a little bit earlier. But the deadline for submissions is the 27th of July. So you've got about a month for people to have a think about that.
All right. I think the key word here is communicator. You've got to be engaging. You've got to present the facts in an engaging way and get that message across. You did mention, perhaps fancy props, presentation material and such, isn't part of what you're looking for right now. But what are you looking for when it comes to, somebody who will stand out as a science communicator?
So Famelab has a long standing of sticking to what we call the 3 C's, content, charisma, and clarity. Content meaning make sure the science in it is based on real science, that it's not misinterpreting the facts. Charisma, you don't always have to be extravagant. It can be using your own personality to communicate to an audience. And clarity, making sure that you're explaining things clearly. This all must link in with our theme of trust in climate science. And I would say, if you're thinking of entering, have a good look at the website because it explains the eligibility clearly there as well.
Okay. In the end, what would be the role of the winner of this competition? People obviously, don't get misled by the title Famelab. We're not in search of fame and fortune. We're on to bigger things here. What would be the role of somebody who is able to sort of top your search?
So we'd hope that the person winning this is the next step in their journey, and they quite often go on to massive things beyond the competition itself. Immediately afterwards, they're going to be meeting with other Famelab alumni, Famelab national winners, as part of training and other opportunities given to them. And we've had Famelab people go on to do TV series about science, work with governments about the position of science in their country, appearing at science festivals internationally. So there's a whole host of opportunities, and we hope that we'll be hearing about some of these entries in the future. Not just the winner, it could be just some of those that gained the personal experience to realize that this is something they wanted to do more of.
True, it's a great springboard, a great platform. Adrian, it's great talking to you this morning. Good luck on your search for that next voice on climate action. Thank you so much again, Adrian, for joining us this morning right here on New Day.